forth. Like, I noticed that the community was super upset about the midnight changes, but we have to give them a chance, and it's still way better for them to try something versus try nothing. I think that I am largely incredibly positive about those changes. Like, I think that they basically hit the nail on the head of what they need to do for the game, and now it's just execution. Now it is just, are they going to do it well, or are they going to miss the mark? Because they also said the right thing before the War Within Season 1, and then we got Grim Batol, Stone Vault, etc., etc., etc. So they missed the mark on those, right? And I wonder how this will feel. I wonder if the same thing will happen where they're going to make, like, hey, we want to simplify the game to make it more accessible, to do this, the class fantasy, etc., but then they miss. I'd be curious to know if that happens or not. What's up, HK? How we doing? I'm chilling. I'm tired in a way that is good. I've just been doing a lot in real life. It's Sunday today. Let me explain it like this. Here, I can explain it to you super simple because you play World of Warcraft. Listen, it is Sunday today. All right? I want to show you something. Imagine this. This is never, you've never seen this before. Watch this, watch this. It's Sunday today, and I have 0 keys done on any of my characters. I haven't even been on to play in several days. Like, what? What? When was the last time I went this? It's just been a really busy, just, you know, we're moving into the house soon. I met the girlfriend's parents yesterday, etc., etc. Like, I literally have just been so busy in real life that I think that my stress meters have gone up too much. And I don't think I've been managing that very well, to be honest. I think that that's kind of my bad. Like, I should have taken a little bit more time to relax and just kind of have a movie night type thing. And I've been going, you know. Oh, TH, thank you for the sub, dude. I appreciate it. We gotta put the counter up on the top left. I'll do it after this. After this key, remind me that in real life Thai stream has the one more counter. Every sub. So basically, that's how I want to introduce Kitty to stream, by the way. That's her name. It is weird a little bit because I don't think about it at all, but then I realize that that's like actually her name, which is a little bit funny to me because her name is literally Kitty. Like, when I tell my family, I'm like, oh, hey, like, yeah, I was like, I met Kitty's parents yesterday. Like, it's her name. It's so weird. It's a funny name. No tier set proc here, sad. It went well. I think her parents like me. I think I did okay. My only problem is, why do they have to meet at such a loud place? Like, so they met at like a small English pub that's like one of their favorite English pubs, yeah? But I don't drink, and also I can't eat food outside because of all the medical stuff. So I just was kind of sitting there drinking water for a few hours. But the problem is, it's so loud. Like, there was a child to my left who was really enjoying his ice cream, playing with his race cars, and then he was with his dad, who had met his 2 friends, who were in Thailand for a little bit. And I know all this because I can hear everything. I know all of this because I can't help but hear every conversation around me. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm in a space that's like a small room and there's like 6 groups of people, I just immediately get a headache because, like, it's just loud. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what happens. Like, I don't know what else. You know what I'm talking about? Because I can just hear all of it. I'm not trying to eavesdrop. I ain't dropping no eaves, man. I ain't dropping no eaves. It's just, that's like, it is just how my brain works. I don't know. I can't turn my brain off like that. I think I used to be better at it when I actually went outside more, but I haven't been going outside a lot, especially this last year. So, but it's very difficult. Like, it takes a lot of energy for me to actually try to focus on the important conversation. And I kind of just had to play it cool. Like, instead of trying to talk too much or like ask a bunch of questions, I kind of just was chilling because I didn't have the mental wherewithal to like properly gauge what I was supposed to be saying. But apparently I didn't mention anything too bad and it went well. So that's good. All I know is that because of how the last few weeks, especially the last month even, I am so far behind in IO that everyone that I was playing with is already close to resil 18. And I am sitting here and I'm just like, hey, this 17 Ecodome is score for me. Like, it shouldn't be score for me at this point because I remember doing an 18 Ecodome when I was like 6 less item level several weeks ago. And we got to the last boss and then had a mistake there. And that's why we lost it. But, like, that was, like, I did that then. So this key should, technically speaking, be very chill for me in that case, right? Like, it shouldn't be an issue for me to do this. It should be a kind of sleeper key. But I still don't have it just because I haven't been playing. I can't still, like, Sunday, no keys done. It's kind of wild for me. I save my tier set. If it helps. Yeah, basically. I think, like, 17s currently are the, like, I wouldn't say easy. Like, they're hard, but doable if you have a good team and stuff. And 18s are basically done. You know what I mean? Like, 18s are just sort of whatever. Did you watch? Oh, yeah, I was watching for a second. My only thing is so he doesn't... Sometimes when I hear DPS players, and this is the thing, I will openly admit this. When I watch a friend stream and they're a pure DPS player, like they don't tank and they don't heal, and they just go, "Oh, healer, can you like why won't you heal me?" And I'm like, "Hold up, I've played healer before. Why won't you learn how to use your defensives right?" Like, hold up, you know what I mean? Like, snap back this a little bit because you're doing it wrong. And I will say, I hear DPS say this all the time. They're like, healer, but it's like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, they're like healer, and I'm like, DPS? That's actually what healing is like. All right, let's do a big pull here with cooldowns. We have breath coming up. We got true shot. We got this. We just have to make sure we don't initially die. I have noticed that this pull with a this pull, because I want the gorgers, I will live easy. I'll pop rage early. Aggro won't be an issue. I'll pop this early here because I'm going to get clapped. I'm going to kick this first one here. And then we're going to, we just, if we don't immediately perish to one of these first kicks, it is a big pull. But the healer just has to be on top of it. If the healer's in cat form, then we're going to struggle. So the healer kind of has to know not to be in cat form, and we have to know that the sentinel cannot live that long past this 50% mark. I think that, so like the resto druid just has to be pumping right now. Like he can't miss a beat. He can't miss a beat because there's going to be that one. I'm going to go in for this kick here. Beautiful. And then my DPS actually knew what to do. See how fast that sentinel died past 50%? Easy. But yes, I do in general have an issue. What's up, Naz? Naz, that ever had you play several specs, Naz, but you also heal sometimes, especially on a resto druid where this problem is especially noticeable. You know what I mean? You don't ever have that thing where your DPS are just like healer and you're like, DPS? Do you know what I'm talking about? You're just like, DPS? Like, do you know how to, like, you're not supposed to press it. So, for example, in Dawnbreaker, sec for the pat. It's a bad pat. In Dawnbreaker, as an I'm stuck. No, wait. Hold up. God damn, what the holy, I'm like super stuck on that branch. What? I'm so sorry. That was hilarious. I got actually stuck. Do you see me try to wild charge out? It didn't even let me. Yeah, I'll talk about DPS. That was kind of funny. I'm sitting here like giving a lecture, like, all right, guys, this is how you do keys, and then and then that. All right. Oh man. Okay. So basically, though, in Dawnbreaker, your DPS think they have to defensive every dot on, for example, the mini boss, but that's actually not true. It is the odd set in the house mini boss and the even set in the other mini boss. In other words, let me put it like this. And also, my resto druid just ironbarked me in the middle of Lunar Beam and Incarn. Because nobody plays with Guardian Druid anymore, so they don't really know when I actually do or do not need help. And it's not impossible that I would need help, by the way. These guys kind of hurt. Like, this area hurts pretty bad. You can chain in now, but not too much. Just watch this Ritualist. First kick on me, no problem. I was going to let that one go off. Yeah, there's that kick in the back, and we haven't been doing the best on kicks. So maybe I just pull this kind of safe. We'll go, like, here. So basically this, though. In Dawnbreaker, as an example, the only time the dot actually kills you, by the way, from the mini-bosses, is when there's an AoE happening on top of the dot. Now, if you are a class that has infinite defensives, you can feel free to rotate on each one. But if you're, for example, limited and you only have a few options, then you do need to be aware of saving them. Like, it is your responsibility as a DPS to have a defensive when you need to. And then health pot, exil, or whatever else you have available as a self-heal to fill those gaps. But if you willy-nilly send all your defensives at the wrong time and then basically just go healer, then that's on you. Like, that's not a healing problem. Because, like, your healer has also planned their cooldowns. People don't understand your healer is a human being, too, and also has cooldowns. You know what I'm talking about? Like, did you know that? Did you know that your healer also has cooldowns they have to plan? Like, they don't have infinite healing all the time, necessarily. Like, they have to understand the damage pattern. But DPS players don't know that. So, they just go, huh. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing, by the way. Does he want to lust the trash instead of boss? I mean, we can if you want to. Can do this then. It's fine. I mean, he said something about lusting. I don't just lust the boss. I don't like to over pull sentinels ever. So we're just chilling. There's a few far stalkers here, but most of these guys are just the leaping dudes, which I can vortex in a second. I'll stop that zap with this and go like this. And I need to make sure I rotate, for example, rage right here. That rage was a second early, actually. That's my bad. I'll take an extra tick of this. Oh, he iron barks me. Okay. I was going to plan. But I'll take the iron bark. I'm being lazy this key. I'm not going to lie. I'm being lazy because, in my opinion, I'm just like, it's only a 17. I'm going to SI this just to help the healer. And also take that there. Perfect. And, I don't know, like I said, I did 18 Eco Dome when we were significantly less geared. I'm going to incarn this right here. Watch that bolt, watch that bolt. I'm going to go kick this, and then I'm going into the corner here. I don't like pulling trash on top of boss. I actively dislike pulling trash on top of boss. I will live that first bolt, and then I'll go here. And then we can either cool down this and then lust the phase with funnel, or I don't know. We have infinite time. Why would we? I don't think we pull trash on boss, dude. Let's vortex typhoon because that zap might go off, and then we'll have kicks back. Nice. Yeah, but basically, like, I do think that DPS sometimes they don't understand how healing works, and it's easy for them to go healer, and it's easy for your DPS, and then it's easy for your healer to go like DPS. And it causes a lot of conflict. But you know what will help with that? Midnight. You want to know what will help with that? Midnight. Like, the changes in Midnight are great for that. Like, that will specifically, like, that exact problem will get better if they design things slightly differently to account for the fact that we might not have as many cooldowns, etc., etc., etc. We can pull this onto boss with cooldowns. There's 2 far stalkers in here, which is the one thing I don't like about this. But I'm going to trust our damage and the fact that currently we won't let, like, that zap go off as an example. Rage and then incarn 2. I'm going to trust our damage and trust that this will be okay with 2 far stalkers. I don't think this is necessary whatsoever, but I'm going to trust that we're just going to basically own these first javelins, that one of these zaps won't go off. There's 2 in here. I much prefer... There's a way to pull only 1 with the side one instead of 2, but like I said, I'm going to trust that my Resto Druid will be able to do it. Yeah, I'll kick this zap right here. Boom, we have to deal with the phase in a second, so these guys need to be gone here and whatever, though. Whereas just like in The Simpsons, that will be the perfect healing... No, guys, but it's not... That's actually not true, though. But, like, I know it seems like... I know it's easy to be doomer and, like, guys, all you have to do is just, like, click one button. It's like, no, you don't have to click one button. Like, as an example, no one has complained thus far in this current season. 0 people have complained. Exactly 0 people, right, have complained about the fact that Beastmaster Hunter is doing this much damage. When was the last time? Have you heard anyone complain about that? Adol, so when was the last time, Ziv, when was the last time you heard anyone talk about, by the way, hey, Beastmaster Hunter is breaking the game and it shouldn't exist because it's literally doing too much damage considering how easy it is and it's 3 buttons. Bro, Beastmaster Hunter is the literal epitome of what they're doing in Midnight. It's the same thing. They're just doing what Beastmaster already has. But are you complaining about the fact they're doing too much damage, or are you complaining about their rotation? Oh shit, we didn't. Well, that spear is not dying. Yeah, hold up. Another walk. It's okay. Yes. It's too simple. Do I macro Armor? No, I just mouse wheel it. But to be honest, I kind of would macro it. I was thinking actually the other day I should macro it, to be honest. I just mouse wheel it. I've been mouse wheeling it for years now, and it's like just what I'm used to, but at the same time, maybe I should not do that. What's up, Coco? If you're a main target, so like that's the thing. But no one, but it's not like breaking the game that exists. That's just what it's going to be. Like, it's okay. They still have rotational complexity. And you want to know how I know that? Because some of them do no damage. Because some of them do literally no damage. Like, but Mythic, have you been in keys where you have a Beastmaster who does, like, millions of DPS and gets, like, millions, like, less than everyone else and gets carried? Because they have no real group buff and stuff? Like, that happens a lot. There are ret pallies who do really well, and there are ret pallies who do real bad. They're simple, though. So what's the difference? And it's like there's skill expression within simplicity. Like, just because something is simple does not mean that it has no skill expression. That's the thing. Does that make sense? In my opinion. And granted, this is my opinion. I think, like, for example, there are bears who do no damage, but there are also bears who do a lot of damage. And what's the difference? It's like, well, the spec is pretty simple, but one of them doesn't miss as many globals and understands some interactions, and the other one doesn't. And, like, that's an acceptable version of the game for me. I also like simplicity. So I'm a big fan of simplicity. Let's see, we can get it before the next blitz. Solid. When I play, I realize that not optimizing loses the Lunar Beam. That could one tap me with the rest. I don't know. I don't think it does with my item level, but it could. Whoa, that was really close. That was scary. 62.34. I didn't pull anything in here. We're just going to do this. We'll get Thrash back. So, like, for example, did you know you can go into Cap Form Thrash to get your Lunar Beam cooldown down? Did you know you could do that? So it's up for the next pull here, for example. Like, that's a fun thing. But if you didn't know that, then I would walk into this pull without Lunar Beam and lose a little bit of value. It's not a lot of value. It's just a little bit. All right, see if my healer can do this. This pull is technically not that bad. It's mostly on me. Like, almost all... There's 2 Ritualists, so we just have to be a slight bit aware. There's, like, the tiniest bit of awareness if there's a double cast on someone. And that is literally the only way that anyone dies here. Or a frontal. Or a frontal. To be fair, those Gloom Bites are going to sink on me. Scary. Or a frontal. A circle also is how people can die here. I will try to keep things as grouped as possible. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'm going to Vortex Typhoon to stop that cast right there. So there's 2 Ritualists, and 2 Ritualists is scary, so one of the dots will probably go through unless somebody has a Dwarf. I'm going to just have to kite these Gloom Bites out. I'm going to go in-cap that bolt right there. That bolt's on me, so I'm just going to backpedal, make sure I don't take a Gloom Bite. I hate these Gloom Bites. Yeah, you just have to be aware of them. It's a lot of tank awareness, because I'll get one-tapped. Some tanks don't get one-tapped. I will, though. Oh, we have the enchanting buff? Somebody had it the whole time? Oh, my God. Ah, scary, scary. See, like that, for example. I'm being lazy because I know I'm over-geared for a 17, like I said. I'm going to health potion that. I can take 1, it looks like. It used to not even be able to take the 1. 1 is fine. But also keep in mind that Resto Druid versus Resto Shaman, if I think I'll survive with 10% HP, that means I will not survive. Oh, hey. I thought I had backpedaled that far enough. That's okay. 1 is fine. Let's look at overall damage, by the way. Yeah, but like basically... Oh, that might Fervent. You're not supposed to let them go on the Y-axis. All right, this way. Bark. Ba-ba-boom. And then I fight this all the way up here so that nobody butt pulls anything. Okay, wait for the Incarn. Boom now. I entered my own kick there. Vortex, Typhoon. Make sure I have that Frenzied rolling. And then here, etc. like this. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I haven't done keys in a while. I am a little sloppy right now for sure. My overall is lower than it should be, etc., etc., etc. But I'm chilling. No problem. No problem. Like, I'm not min-maxing as hard as I can either, but I think that people definitely misunderstand the fact that you have to be min-maxing so hard for a 17. I would say that currently you do not have to. There's a lot of key levels that exist like this, where if you just kind of play it clean, my healer doesn't really have to worry about me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm sloppy tanking a little bit, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. My damage, basically for me, what that means is I won't die, or like my healer is not going to have to like be worrying about me that much. But at the same time, the difference is just going to be how much damage I can do. Which is another thing I'm kind of glad they're changing in Midnight for what it's worth, because I don't think that's a good state of the game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that tanks should only min-max with their damage capability. You know? Alrighty. We have cooldowns. Grip. I'm going to need him to grip this in. He knows, right? Oh, nice. He knows, right? That I'm going to need him to grip that one in. Cool. And then I'll Vortex and Typhoon on the AoE. Oops. And then I'll incap this, because that bolt cannot go off while the AoE is going off. And then we're okay. Imagine fire rate. So again, when I talk about the fact that I'm very positive about all the changes in Midnight, and I'm giga hyped, and I'm giga excited, and everything is actually going really, like, I think it's, like, great direction for the game, etc., etc. There are a few specs I'm worried about. For the majority of them, they're good. But there are a few that I'm like, I read that. And I was like, Fire Mage, obviously. Like, that's a concern. It's a very, very valid concern, yeah? So Fire Mage being one as a big one. VDH being another one is another one. You know what I mean? Tank min maxing won't break the key. Yeah. Well, tank damage, keep in mind, I'm still doing 5 mil overall. I'm not doing 3 mil overall. Like, that would be too low, literally. I'm talking, by the way. What are the Fire Mage changes? My only ult is a Fire Mage. Okay. So when you've played Fire Mage before, you know how you're basically constantly in a loop of gaming the next combust? Whether it's SKB, whether it's just basically like thinking how you're going to be setting up the next thing that's happening. Does that make sense? Like, basically, like, you're not thinking about the Pyroblast you're currently casting, or rather not casting because Hot Streak, but you're not thinking about what you're pressing right now. You're thinking about what you're going to press for that window. Does that make sense? That was completely changed. Where now, you are literally just thinking about exactly this moment, and that's it. If that makes sense. Like, they took that sort of complexity out, and they're actually just... You see that hammer, by the way? Because I was just making sure I repair. Yeah, so basically, there's no CDR. There's also... They removed a bunch of buttons, etc., etc. Cool. Let's go boss here. We don't actually need to, but let's grab some funnel here. I did pull a little extra earlier, so I only need these 2 bugs. I don't need all 3. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, we can get that siphon too. That's fine. Yeah, it's so like, so then the question is, why play Fire Mage? Does that make sense? So the question then is, why would you play Fire Mage? Morning, G-Dub. How's it going? Hey, Matt. I see you there on the YouTubes. Like here, for example, it was actually a mistake of me to press my Incarn right there. I should have waited for these bugs to come in, because I would have got more uptime on more targets, and that would have been a min-max. And if I had just... Because I didn't get any, basically, value out of my Rage of the Sleeper there, etc., right? Like, I could have... And I could have min-maxed by kiting those Gloom Bites out, so instead of pressing a Frenzied Regen during that window, I could have pressed the other thing. There are so many little things, but ultimately, it doesn't matter. This is where a DPS is supposed to press their defensive, by the way. You know what I mean? Ara is more about, like, Arakara. There's a few keys like that this season. My healer Ironbarked me there, so he's just confident about healing this. Oh, that's a far one. I got it. Okay, good funnel. Now I'm going to be careful about these next Gloom Bites. So these ones are the ones where you have to be aware. These are the ones I can't take here. So if they start casting, I start running. I got my soul. Look at that. Perfect. You see that perfect positioning? Do you see that? I haven't even been doing key. I'll take this one with rage. And, yeah. You see that? Holy. Ooh, that one was not perfect. There you go. I got that now. Oh, that was beauty. That was a thing of beauty because your soul always spawns in the same area. I don't know if you knew that or not. I think there are some people who still don't know that actually this AoE pattern is not random. Like, this is not a random pattern, actually. This is, like, set. You know where it's going to be every time. I'll roar this. So if people think, for example, you're supposed to roar that mechanic, but that one's the easiest one of the whole fight. The next one, the Dread of the Unknown, is the hard one. Actually, I could have, if I really wanted to min-max, I could have saved my roar for that. Little things. But yeah, right now, this season is an example. Tanking's already pretty easy this season. Like, I'm hard chilling. I've been yapping this whole time. I don't even know what to keep. Like, I mean, we've been doing good, but we're going to time this, obviously, with some good amounts of time left. But I don't know. Like, I don't think keys are that hard right now. For tanks. Keys are pretty chill right now for tanks. This season is like, it's pretty chill. I'm not worried. I'm not fussed. I don't think there's, if you put me in a key right now, like an A18, any A18, I would not be worried about dying at any point. Maybe a few moments. So remember, first one's here, which we know. Hi, Legendary. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it. Boom, boom, boom. And like a min-max would have been not collecting that soul that fast, but it's okay. We're going to time this now. How are you? Ooh, good question. I'm good. I've just been busy. I haven't been playing that much. Like, I want to have a day today where I just listen to some music, vibe, and chill and play the game because I have been kind of stressed. Like, in a good way, I think. Like, to be fair, maybe stressed in a good way is a good way to understand it. Not in a bad way. Stress is not always bad. It's just, I'm moving into a house in like 3 weeks now, so I've been trying to set some stuff up for that and coordinate what I need to coordinate there, etc., etc. And I don't know, there's a lot going on. I met my there's just a lot of real life things. So I've been going out. I had to do a favor for my brother, which ended up taking several hours one morning. So I just haven't been doing the things that bring me peace, which is like playing World of Warcraft and chilling and gaming and streaming. So we'll fix that today. That's all. Hey, good key, by the way. Like, it was fine. See, even though we were chilling, though. See? Boom. 17 IO. GG's. Thank you for having my druid. No, I appreciate it.